what it is. What's up? Can our sister just keep in touch? So I have came with a clean face. I look so ashy. I had got a serum from Get That Diamond Glow. I'm sorry. And I have been supporting my black businesses. I've always supported black people, but now more than ever. It's called Get That Diamond Glow. So I'm going to try this. One, my skin is very sensitive, but everything that she uses is very natural. So we're just gonna take it and then dab it like that, because I don't want to be too oily or anything like that. For one, it smells amazing. Oh my god. For two, it is so light. Literally, it's really light. I love to use the Benefit Pore Professional Primer. My favorite, literally my favorite. I love this stuff. So I'm going to put it, it's actually a pore minimizer, and I'm going to put it on places where I feel like my pores are open the most. And I hope I don't hear my fan. So I'm gonna put some here. I really don't have a lot of pores on my chin or my forehead, but I just right here mostly my pores, but I put it in those places, my T-zone, anywhere on my T-zone head, I put this. Okay, so once I'm done with that, my Makeup Forever Step 1 base mattifying primer, and I just put a little bit because I am combination skin. I am oily in my T-zone, but other places I'm very dry, so I only put this in my T-zone because I don't want to dry out the places that are already dry. So I only put it where I get oily at. And boom. For my brows, lately, first of all, I love the Benefit pencil, but I don't have it. So lately I've been using the NYX Professional makeup pencil in the shade. So I'm going to look down in my Crayon case, Watch Me blush palette, and do my eyebrows. I normally just brush my eyebrows up. Once I do that, I go ahead, and for me, I typically like to, like most people draw a line like that. I kind of do it curve, like where my structure is in my face. That's what I like to do. I think that's worked best for me. But I always tell people, if you're not experienced, go with the shape of your eyebrow. Do not try to create nothing that's not there. Even for me, sometimes I be like, hold up, sis girl, you got to create what you can. I am just going to grab it right here and go up, right? And then I'm just following my brow. So I'm going to follow my brow. See? I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. Now my eyebrows is fairly thin, and I used to do them really thin like this, but I don't know, I like it a little thick. So I kind of draw a little bit more. For my eyebrows also, if I get them arched, I don't get them arched. I naturally have like a arch, so I still follow what I already have. And see, I got a thicker brow. It's not like over exaggerating, none of that. It's just, this is a Morphe. I usually use my Morphe brush. I'm not sure which brush is this, but I'm gonna put it in the description box. It's a flat brush, very thin, and this is a brush I typically use because it's easy and it gets. So what I typically do is mix the two. When I want to just go for all glam, I just do the Hazelnut. When I want to go for a more natural look, I do the deep bronze. And when I just want to mix it in between, whether between the glam and the not so glam, but just right, I mix both of them. So that's what I'm gonna do today, mix both of them. Then I am going to start in the middle of your brow, because of course your brush is full of product, and you don't want all the product right at the front of your brow. At least I suggest you not do that. So what I do is I go in the middle, right? And I go exactly how my brow is shaped. I don't lift the brush up at all. I just do the shape of my brow. Once I have done that, I take the rest and I carve the front. And I don't do nothing extra. Boom. My bottom brow. And what I do is I'll just pour the extra product down, or I do my side swiping. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the next brow. Be careful when you do this, because you don't want to mess it up. At least I don't. And if you do, you can always go back in and fix it. Always go back in and fix it. You can always go back in and fix it. Okay, my brows are done. So now that I've done my brows, okay, so I usually have my beauty blender damped, and I usually between my crayon case and my Anastasia Beverly Hills, those are mainly the two, and Sacha Buttercup, I love it. So I'm going to use the crayon case Chalk Dust, and my shade is white. Take my Juvia's Place palette, the Nubian 2, and I'm going to use the orange in the palette, and I'm going to warm my crease. My crease, I have a heavy lid, so most of the time when I look up, my lid is covered, so I'm going to place it a little above my lid, and I'm going to go in circular motions and blend it out. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing I did to this eye, to this eye. So once I do that, I usually put my lashes on last. So now we all have already prepped our skin. I'm going to use my favorite foundation, and that is the Sephora brand stick foundation. My ultimate favorite foundation. And I use the darkest color, which is Ebony. I use the darkest color, Ebony, and it works. Here we go. And I will say this, it does not show up like on camera. It looks the color right here, but it's a little darker. Or I could take that back. It's just right. Anywho, it fit, and this is my favorite, and it's easy to apply. It doesn't take me all day to put on my foundation. It goes on very quickly, just like that. I do not put foundation under my eyes. Reason being is that I feel like, and I have been taught by my favorite Rarisha, she has taught me everything I know, as well as me learning on my own. I feel like when you put product under your eye, the more product you put, the more creases you're gonna have. So I just try to put as least product under my eye as possible. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and I'm just going to pounce it in my skin. Just like that. And it blends so easy and so perfect. You guys, I'm going to talk some more. I have not been really talking. I haven't did YouTube for many reasons. One, I just was lazy. I kept saying, oh my God, I'm gonna do it, and I never went around and got around to doing it, and that's my fault. Then I got discouraged because you want to be like somebody else. Well, not like somebody else, but you want to be just as good. And I'm just like, what makes me stand out better than other people? And I'm not trying to make this a job because I have a whole career outside. Like, I'm a singer. I sing, and I work. I have a full-time job, and I have a lot of other things that I have going on. But I just want to share what I do, and what makes me different is me being me. Like, I'm like, what sets me apart? And what sets me apart is being me. Me is who sets me apart. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm back and I am ready to do this. So what you guys will notice is I do not, the color I put under my eye, I do not do it at the top. I do not do a halo brow, and that's when you put the same color you put at the bottom at the top. I just don't like that look. I like a more natural brow. And again, as you can see, it's very flawless. It is medium coverage. It's not full coverage. I like buildable foundations. I don't like full foundations like that. I like to build my full coverage. I don't like for you coming out the gate and giving me too much product on my face, because I don't like to feel like I have on foundation when I have a foundation. I want it to be like my skin, and that's just my prerogative. Deep bronze, and I am going to put it here. So I'm just highlighting, and I'm using, and I usually use ones darker than this. Sometimes. And I really don't do the forehead. Whatever I have left, I would just put it on my forehead, but I don't put this on my forehead anymore. And I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I am going to blend this out. And I just bounce this in my skin. And then this is where I go directly under my eye with my concealer. I don't go with my concealer and foundation is either one or the other. And I choose to do concealer. And also a tip for people with round faces like me, I don't bring my concealer all the way out because I'm trying to make my face look a little slimmer. The farther you bring it out, the more wider it looks. The slimmer you bring it, I don't let it pass here, the more smaller your face looks. So I just try to keep it in the center. And I learned that from Marisha as well. And it works, especially with women who have rounder face. And if it goes out and you like that, then do what you feel like is best for you. But I noticed that when you do it all the way out, it makes your face look bigger. And I already have a big round face, regardless if I'm smaller or bigger. I just have a round face. That's just how God made me and my genetics. So yeah, so I'm going to connect this. And I always tell people, if you're gonna go under here, bridge it, connect the dots. Don't leave an open space. In order for a river to flow through and through from city to city, it has to connect at some point. Same thing with here, it has to connect. And that's what I do. So when I do my nose, and I typically Most people just come all the way up, maybe sometimes, but this is the most you'll get out of my forehead. And then I just do my chin, just like that. And for me, I like a highlighted under eye, so I go in with my lighter concealer. And for some people, it can be, oh girl, you can start right here. Trust me, I can. I believe you. I believe you, sis. I believe you. But I'm extra, and I like to be bright under my eyes. So I go a little ham in the paint, and that's okay, because I know how to work it, and it all comes together for the greater good. Thank you for trusting. Lighter concealer, and I'm going to go directly under my eye like that. Just like that. Directly under my eye. Maybe like that much here, that much here, that much there. Boom. Same thing. And I'm gonna try to blend this directly under my eye first and then bring it out some, so it won't be so much product everywhere. And here's a tip. If you bring the concealer up some, like right here, you'll give yourself a line to know exactly where the contour at. Like literally, it shows you your contour line, and you don't have to do all that work. Once I feel like I blended this perfectly, I take my foundation brush and I go back over, no lines of demarcation, and I just blend it out. Just like that. Boom. So once I'm done with this, I go back in and I set it with my not Sacha Buttercup, excuse me. I set it with my crayon case and white, and I just go ahead and set it just like that. So once all of that is set, I go in with my favorite powder, and that is, sorry you guys, I'm so unorganized. I go on my favorite powder, and that is the Sephora Micro Smooth. Baby, let me tell you, if you don't have that, what are you doing? What is life without that powder? Like, come on. Boom. This is the powder. So boom, this is the powder, and I am in shade 60. And you can go 3 shades darker with this and 3 shades up. It is literally the bomb. And I also take my Real Techniques Instapop face brush. It's a flat facial brush, and I set the rest of my face with it. And when I'm done, I take whatever's left on the brush and I go right up under my eyes to brush off any excess. And boom. So once I'm done with that, I am going to contour. I use Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. It works. And if it is not broke, don't fix it. Don't fix it. It ain't broke. So I'm going to use the darkest one they got, which is dark to deep, but I have to be very careful. So as you can see, I use the middle one more, and I use a tad bit of the dark one because it's a little too dark, but I still love it. And I take, this is one of my favorite brushes. All of them are, I don't rub. And this is a name brand. It's by Japanese. I'm not sure. And it's in the number 961. Boom. So I'm going to dip it in the sculpting and the contour. And I'm going to contour my face. So and you can tell already how it's giving me a smaller look versus this side. And I go up my temple as well. And this is a kind of dense brush, but it's also fluffy at the same time, because I don't want it to be so, you know what I mean? I want it to have a little, like it's blended well. So it's dense and fluffy all at the same time, if that makes any sense. And I do the same thing to this side. Go ahead and I do the top on my forehead. And my forehead is not big at all. Like, it's really small. And it looks a little bigger because I have my hair done. And if it ain't, my forehead is about this big. I don't have a huge forehead. So now that I have, so once I do all of that, contour can be a little harsh. So I go in with my Morphe bronzer. Love this stuff. Not only do I go with my Morphe bronzer, I go in with my Queen Collection. So bomb. So boom. So once I'm done with contouring my nose, I am going to bronze. I'm going to take it on this brush and I'm going to blend everything that my contour look a little harsh. If it looks so big, I'm just going to blend and make everything a smooth transition. Now you see it's more blended versus this side harsh. This is blended. And with my powder brush, and go over my nose and make sure it's not too contoured. See? It, you know, it lighten it up a little bit. Boom. Once I'm done with that, I go with a big fan of blush. I love blush. It is my favorite. So I use a lot of MAC blushes, but today I am going to use my Watch My Blush by the Crayon case, and I am going to go with cranberry and berries. So this is cranberry, this is cranberry, I'm sorry, and this is berries. I'm going to mix the two and blush up, and then I'm just going to rosy cozy rosy. Boom. And then sometimes I like to take it on my nose. I don't know why, just like that. And I blend, it's just a little too harsh. I blend it out. And boom. Going to do, and what I think that works for me is I take a mirror, something with a mirror in the front, and I look down, and I like to put them on with my my nails, my fingers, or with a tweezer. But lately I'm just a finger, especially if I have on nails. My nails is gonna be the tweezers, and I look down in the mirror so I know exactly where to place it. And I usually place it in the middle. Like that. And then I'll put the back down. And then I'll go ahead and put the front down. And boom. There go my leg. So I'm going to sit it in the middle, just like that. And I'm going to work the back on. Boom. This one kind of gave me a hard time, but it's on. I'm going to securely make sure it's on. So what I do is I go ahead and pinch them. To really make sure that is all. I just go right here. So I'm just gonna take some and I'm going to blend it in with my blush. The second one we're doing on today is from my girl Juvia. She has her own cosmetic line, and it is called Mystique Beauty. And I'm going to be put on this bomb red. It's so bomb. So watch with the red. Because I can't find my red pencil. And then this will be my first time reviewing it. So let's see. And boom, my makeup is complete. So everything I did is usually typically and usually what I do, literally from my eyebrows to my foundation to my powders to my concealer, setting. Everything I do is typically what I do. First of all, I want to thank everybody who is already subscribed to my channel. Y'all just don't understand how much it means to me. I'm trying to remain constant and consistent with everything that I do, not only just with my YouTube, but in my life. I am changing my channel up. It's not going to be just about makeup. It's not going to be just about beauty, but it's going to be all things Tynnetta.j, all things my life, what I go through on a daily, and just regular. I'm a regular girl, y'all, and I wanted to bring y'all into all the products I use. I typically name them. I'll try my best to remember. But subscribe, like, and share, you guys. So I'm going to give you the full look. So thank you, and what it is, I was so, can a sister just keep in touch? You guys have a great day. Bye.